In the Middle East, a narrow stretch of water controls the pulse of the global economy, the Strait of Hormuz. Every day, millions of barrels of oil pass through this corridor, feeding industries, powering nations, and sustaining entire economies. But today, that flow is under threat. Because in this region, tension is no longer limited to borders. Thousands of miles away, another war has been raging. Relentless, unforgiving, transforming everything it touches. And now that war has reached here, from the battlefields of Ukraine to the deserts of the Gulf, a new kind of defense is emerging. Not louder, not bigger, but smarter. A system built not just to respond, but to prevent. Because this time, the fight for control of Hormuz won't be decided by who fires first, but by who sees first and reacts faster. At the center of this new defense network, the sky becomes the first line of control. The Boeing E-3 Sentry AWACS, flying high above the region, its rotating radar scans hundreds of kilometers in every direction, tracking aircraft, monitoring movement, building a complete picture of the battlefield before anything even begins. From here, every threat is detected early, every response is coordinated instantly, because in this system, whoever controls the sky controls the outcome. But detection alone is not enough. Once a threat is identified, something must respond. The F-35 Lightning II, invisible to most radar, it moves through the airspace unseen, collecting data, tracking targets, and preparing to act before the threat even realizes it has been found. Unlike traditional fighters, it doesn't just fight, it shares everything. It sees feeding the entire network. Because in this system, information is power. And the F-35 controls it, but even the most advanced aircraft cannot stay in the air forever. That's where the KC-135 Stratotanker comes in. Flying above the battlefield, it doesn't fight, it sustains, extending the reach of every aircraft, keeping fighters, surveillance platforms, and command systems in the sky for hours beyond their limits. Without it, the network breaks. With it, the system never sleeps. Because in this operation, endurance is dominance, but then a different kind of threat appears. The Shahed 136, small, cheap, flying low below the reach of traditional radar. Individually, it's limited, but deployed in swarms, it becomes something else entirely. Overwhelming defenses, slipping through gaps, reaching targets that were never meant to be vulnerable. Because this is not about power, it's about numbers. And in this battle, quantity becomes a weapon, and this is where everything changes. Instead of looking to the sky, the system starts listening. The acoustic sensor network, thousands of small, nearly invisible sensors spread across the desert, hidden in sand, attached to fences, blended into the environment. They don't rely on radar, they detect sound, the engine noise of a drone captured from miles away. Even when flying too low to be seen, it cannot stay silent. Because in this system, the air doesn't just carry threats, it reveals them. But detecting a threat is only the first step. What matters next is understanding it. The AI command system, every signal from the desert flows into a single network. Thousands of data points processed in real time, separating noise from threat. Wind ignored, birds filtered out. Only one thing matters, the exact signature of the target. Within seconds, its path is calculated, its speed predicted, its destination known, because in this system, nothing is just detected. Everything is understood. And then the response launches. The Interceptor drone, small, fast, and designed for one purpose, to stop what's coming. Guided by the network, they don't search, they go directly to the target, meeting the threat in midair before it ever reaches its destination. This is not missile defense, it's something different. Cheap against cheap, fast against fast. Because in this battle, the smartest system wins. But the threat isn't only in the air. Beneath the surface, it becomes invisible. The naval mine, placed silently along narrow shipping routes waiting for a ship to pass. No engine, no signal, no warning. A single detonation can stop everything. A supertanker turned into a burning barrier. A shipping lane completely blocked. And that's the strategy, not to destroy everything, but to make passage impossible. Because in a corridor like Hormuz, you don't need many. Just one in the right place, and then the threat becomes visible. Fast-moving contacts appear on the horizon. The fast attack craft. Small, light, and extremely fast. They don't approach one by one. They come together, surrounding larger ships, cutting across their path, closing distance in seconds. Some carry missiles, others rockets, some just enough explosive power to ram. Their strength isn't armor, it's speed and numbers, because even the largest ship can be overwhelmed when it's surrounded. But this time the response comes. Prepared. The Minehunter ship, not built for speed, not built for combat, built for one thing, finding what others cannot. Moving slowly through the water with almost no magnetic signature, it avoids triggering the very threat it seeks, scanning the seabed, detecting even the smallest object out of place. Because in waters like Hormuz, seeing the mine is the difference between movement and disaster. Once a mine is found, the next step begins. The ROV remotely operated vehicle, a small unmanned vehicle sent into the depths. Controlled from the ship above it, approaches the target slowly, camera scanning, sensors confirming, there is no room for error. Then it places a charge and retreats. Moments later, the threat disappears. No crew exposed. No direct contact, just precision in the most dangerous place possible. And now the battlefield changes again. The Magura V5. Unmanned, fast, and already in motion. These aren't traditional ships, they don't carry crews, they don't hesitate. Moving at high speed across the water, they intercept threats before they reach larger vessels, forming a moving barrier around tankers and critical routes. Because in this new system, defense is no longer static. It moves, it reacts, and it surrounds the threat before it can strike. But some threats don't stop unless they are forced to. That's where the Sea Baby drone comes in. Faster, more aggressive, capable not just of intercepting, but of striking. When swarm boats approach, these drones move first, closing the distance, matching speed, and if needed, diving directly toward the threat. Not as a warning, but as a consequence. Because sometimes the only way to stop an attack is to make it too dangerous to begin above the water. The final piece connects everything. The Bayraktar TB2, watching from above, tracking movement across the sea in real time, identifying threats long before they reach the ships below, and feeding that information directly to the drones on the water. This is where air and sea become one system, a network that sees, decides, and responds without delay. Because in this battlefield, coordination is power. And in the end, nothing looks the same. The sky no longer belongs to the largest radar. The sea no longer belongs to the biggest ship. Control has shifted from heavy systems to smart ones, from expensive weapons to efficient networks. Iran built its strategy on fear. Mines beneath the surface, swarm boats on the horizon, drones in the sky. But now each layer has a counter, detected earlier, tracked faster, stopped cheaper. And that changes everything, because this is no longer a battle of strength, it's a battle of systems, where intelligence replaces firepower and coordination replaces size. From the deserts of Saudi Arabia to the narrow waters of Hormuz, a new kind of defense is taking shape, one that doesn't wait for attack. It prevents it, and in this new reality, the future of warfare is clear, not bigger, not louder, but smarter.